Yeah, let's get it poppin'. James 4th, I'm back. We back, Big City. Let's get it poppin', man, I'm simply ball dropping. Let's get it poppin', man, I'm simply ball dropping. You must love us cause you can't stop watching. You must love us cause you can't stop watching. Let's get it poppin', man, I'm simply ball dropping like it's New Year's Eve. Boys, James IV, that's Roman numeral 4 off the top with the intro. What up, K-Sap, no cap, that's the big bro. You know the ladies hold it down for the team. We be the hottest on this YouTube screens. We got sports, media, news, that round table talk. Them other parts ain't got the same sauce. Nah, hit us in the chat, but no haters allowed. Send you to the block party, what you gotta say now? We on live, hit us up and subscribe. If you like it to share, show love instead of staring. Man behind the mic, numbers don't lie. Send me a super chat to all that may apply. Ain't no party like an SPD party. Let's get the show started, pull up, everybody. Let's get it poppin', man, I'm simply ball dropping. Let's get it poppin', man, I'm simply ball dropping. You must love us cause you can't stop watching. You must love us cause you can't stop watching. Yeah, let's get it poppin'. James 4th, I'm back. We back, Big City. Let's get it poppin', man, I'm simply ball dropping. Let's get it poppin', man, I'm simply ball dropping. You must love us cause you can't stop watching. You must love us cause you can't stop watching. Let's get it poppin', man, I'm simply ball dropping like it's New Year's Eve. Boys, James IV, that's Roman numeral 4 off the top with the intro. What up, K-Sap, no cap, that's the big bro. You know the ladies hold it down for the team. We be the hottest on this YouTube screens. We got sports, media, news, that round table talk. The other parts ain't got the same sauce. Nah, hit us in the chat, but no haters allowed. Send you to the block party, what you gotta say now? We on live, hit us up and subscribe. If you like it to share, show love instead of staring. Man behind the mic, numbers don't lie. Send me a super chat to all that may apply. Ain't no party like an SPD party. Let's get the show started, pull up, everybody. Let's get it poppin', man, I'm simply ball dropping. Let's get it poppin', man, I'm simply ball dropping. You must love us cause you can't stop watching. You must love us cause you can't stop watching.
Everybody stay on that side when they switch up. Switch up, stay on that side.
Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay. All right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches.
We on Simply Ball Dropping Podcast with my main man, K-Sap, the baddest podcast on planet Earth, baby.
Yo, what up? It's your favorite host, the man behind the mic of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast, K-Sap. Man, look, man, we're going to get right to it, man. I see everybody that's coming in. I see you, Dre Stewart. I see you, Jackie. I see you, ADP, Keywan Jackson, Anthony Green, Chuckle Chatter. Hey, man, y'all pull up, man. Y'all pull up, man. Y'all get on in here, man. I'm going to let the live catch up to some of y'all folks. I know everybody's having a busy evening. It's Monday, but y'all get in here, man. We got to talk about some things, man. Y'all see the title of the show, man. Her fans just don't get it. They clowns, man. And I have to address a few clowns tonight. You know what I'm saying? That's we're gonna keep it a buck, man. I see y'all coming in the building. I see everybody. But we gotta talk about it, man. Her fans just don't get it, man. It's college basketball season, man. X2024. Good evening. Brandon Eldridge, good evening. Proof Golden, what's up? What's up, Proof Golden? Yeah, it's college. It's NCAA, man. It's March Madness, man. And why not? This is a great time to talk about women's basketball, man. It's a great time to talk about women's basketball, man. And Fox, y'all know what Fox did. Fox put their top 10 lists out there, the greatest college women basketball players that ever played collegiately. And we got to talk about it. Because what Caitlin Clark fans don't understand is it ain't always about her. It ain't always about her, man. So anything that they do and anything that they say, they always make it about Caitlin Clark. It ain't always about Caitlin Clark, man. And what happened is I produced a show the other day, and I was talking about the Fox list of the top 10. Y'all see the top 10. They got Breonna Stewart, Caitlin Clark, Diana Taurasi, Cheryl Miller, Shamika Holdsclaw, Maya Moore, Brittany Griner, Candace Parker, Asia Wilson, and Miss Lynette Everett. And I produced a show the other day, and I was talking about my personal opinion about where they had Maya Moore, Shamika Holdsclaw, and Candace Parker ranked. And I said, man, that's diabolical to, slander Maya Moore, Candace Parker, and Shamika Holdsclaw just like that. And people come up in the comments talking about me hating on Caitlin Clark. How was I hating on Caitlin Clark? I'm doing a video talking about Shamika Holdsclaw, Maya Moore, and Candace Parker. And everybody in the comments section that is a Caitlin Clark supporter went crazy. And I wasn't even talking about Caitlin Clark. My opinion is, why do they have Maya Moore at 6? Why do they have Shamika Holdsclaw at 5? Why do they have Candace Parker at 8? Do y'all realize these women are well-decorated athletes in women's collegiate sports? They are champions. They are champions. So a lot of people on this list are warranted to be on this list. But then you can question a few. And then everybody wanted to make it like, oh, you just hating on Caitlin Clark. How am I hating on Caitlin Clark when I'm talking about where they had Maya Moore position, where they had Shamika Holdsclaw position, where they had Candace Parker position? And the crazy thing about it is Jemele Hill, she voiced her opinion about it. And now she's getting slander all over social media because of what she said. Now let's take a look at the list of how they got these people ranked. And this is the top 10. And Jemele Hill went to her ex and she spoke about it. And this is all she said. She said, Cheryl Swoops not being in the top 10 is crazy. As much as I love CC, she's not the second greatest player ever. I'd put her anywhere between 5 and 8. And then somebody came at her and said something. So she responded. She said, y'all are assuming I'd have Swoops replace CC at 2, which I never said. I love Asia Wilson immensely, but I wouldn't put her in the top 10 of the greatest players ever. Now that's a true statement right there. But nobody had a problem when Jemele Hill said about Asia Wilson not being on that top 10 list because that's her opinion. But nobody came at her about that. All the Caitlin Clarkies rushed the judgment and went straight at Jemele Hill, where she had to defend herself of what she posted on X. So that's the problem I have. These Caitlin Clarkies thinks it always is about her, and it's not about her. So anything that you say about Caitlin Clark or anything that has Caitlin Clark associated with it, you have to be a hater. And I told somebody in my comment section, you always the first person to come comment on a post. And if we make a video, he comes in here talking about I'm hating on Caitlin Clark. Now, do you go to them same channels that do the hate videos of Angel Reese and say the same thing? Or are you just an Angel Reese hater? Like Bro Claw said, I beg to differ. What's up, Vanton? I see you, Van. I see everybody coming in. But that's the things that I'm talking about. Is her fan base is so delusional, and they think everything is centered and surrounded around Caitlin Clark, which is not. All these lists are opinionated. Everybody has their opinion. But if you say something about somebody on the list, somebody thinks that you're saying something about Caitlin Clark. And the problem I have is the criterias. It's been a criteria in sports. What's up, Lady Jade? Appreciate you coming through. It's always been a criteria in sports. It's about winning, team success, and winning championships. And if you don't do none of that, how are you gifted to be put on a prestigious list like this? Everybody on this list is a champion besides Caitlin Clark. She ain't won nothing in high school. She ain't won nothing collegiately. She hasn't won. What's up, big girl? And the crazy thing about it is that's the criteria. But people, these Caitlin Clark fans are moving the goalposts. Oh, y'all talking about a team success award. We're not talking about individual accolades. Nah, that's the criteria. You can't move the goalposts for one player. So what I'm saying is she ain't won nothing. So to put her on a prestigious list like this and leave out some of the greats that a lot of people in the chat are mentioning is diabolical. But the Caitlin Clark fans, y'all got to understand something. It ain't always about Caitlin Clark. When somebody makes an opinion about a list and they speaking on players that are on the list and trying to figure out why they got them ranked so low, stop thinking it's always about Caitlin Clark. So what Jemele Hill said when she made her reference, the thing about it is Asia Wilson fans didn't go at Jemele Hill talking about, oh, why come Asia can't be on the top 10 list? But look what she did in college. She's a national champion. Nobody went at her, and nobody, was threatening her on social media. Only the people that do that is the Caitlin Clark fans. Because if the narrative don't fit their criteria, they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. And when ESPN made their list and kept her out of the top 5, oh, they threatening to go crazy. Then if you think about early in the year when Cheryl Swoops was talking her stuff about it, all that stuff comes back to fruition, man. All that stuff comes back into play, man. That stuff comes back into play. Cheryl Swoops was absolutely right. Y'all just gifting people stuff, man. Like, you might as well just put everybody that played collegiately in the Hall of Fame. If y'all want to give out rewards like that, participation awards, y'all go ahead and do it. But that's the problem. And everybody wants to call me a Caitlin Clark hater. I want y'all to give me the definition. If there's any Caitlin Clark fans that are in the chat, give me a definition of hate. Because I've never once produced a video about Caitlin Clark outside of basketball talking about the way she looks, the way she grew up, calling her any kind of name. I've always been respectful of Caitlin Clark. The only thing I do is critique her basketball abilities and people that are better than her, in my opinion. I've never said anything racial about Caitlin Clark or anything. Never said anything the way she looks or anything. But what y'all Caitlin Clark fans do is y'all come up in this chat and come in my comments talking about how Angel Reese looks, how she grew up. She's a hood person. And all that. I've never said any of them words about Caitlin Clark. The only thing I've said about Caitlin Clark, I've critiqued her game. I've said that she has to get better in the turnover department, and I believe that there's players out there that are better than Caitlin Clark. But I got to be a hater. But do y'all go over to these channels that deliberately hate on Angel Reese and say anything in their comment section like, oh, you're an Angel Reese hater? I beg to differ. I totally disagree with that. And like a lot of people in the chat, Cheryl Swoops not being on that list is diabolical. Ann Myers not being on that list is diabolical. Nancy Lieberland Klein not being on that list is diabolical. But this ain't always about Caitlin Clark, man. Caitlin Clark fans get personal. That's the difference. You can say hate equals passionate dislike. No, I disagree, Wody. I disagree. Because hate, when you're doing stuff like this, is I've never been derogatory against Caitlin Clark. Never called her out her name. Never said anything about where she grew up. I've seen a lot of people say different things, but me personally, I ain't said nothing about Caitlin Clark that is outside of basketball. And for people to come in my comment section and come post on my videos talking about I'm a hater, I'm a racist and all that, how do you put that together? How do you make sense of that? Because I'm talking basketball and I'm talking about somebody that you coveted, and I'm talking about her skill set, and I'm talking about there's players out there that are better than her, and I'm talking about she ain't the end all be all. So I just don't understand, man. I don't understand. So if you go back to the way this season started, when all them people was talking about Caitlin Clark, a lot of people said they was haters. Haters for what? These women that been talking about Caitlin Clark, they paved the way in the WNBA. To disrespect them the way they've been disrespected, and you can say whatever you want to say about Caitlin Clark. You can say you believe she's the face of the WNBA. She puts butts in seats. Just because you put butts in seats don't mean that your game is the best out there. If they want to use Caitlin Clark to sell tickets, let them use Caitlin Clark to sell tickets. But does that mean that her game is better than everybody else's in the WNBA? Hell no. Hell no. And the crazy thing about it is, if you just want to try to push Caitlin Clark onto people, the WNBA is going to fail. How you going to promote just one player and help your game grow? It's not going to happen. It is not going to happen. And that's what y'all guys got to realize. It's not going to happen. As much as people want to say, oh, she's the face of the WNBA, she's the best thing in the NBA, she's the best thing that ever happened to women's basketball, that's a delusion. That's your opinion. So stop always thinking it's all about Caitlin Clark. For some of you Caitlin Clark fans, this top 10 list, y'all probably don't even know nobody on this top 10 list. Y'all probably don't even know nobody on this top 10 list. And that's the problem. If you do your research and your homework, and like you guys said, you just started watching women's basketball when Caitlin Clark came into the WNBA. Well, you're doing yourself a disservice. You're doing yourself a disservice. Because if you knew your history of the game, and we talking about the top 10 greatest people that played the game of women's college basketball, you wouldn't argue with me. You wouldn't argue with Jemele Hill. You wouldn't argue with ESPN. That's the problem. Shamika Holtzclaw's from New York, Wody. She was labeled as the next she was labeled as the female Jordan. She's won 6 consecutive championships, 4 in high school, two with Tennessee. She won 6 straight championships, man. And you don't know who Chemika Holdsclaw is? Chemika Holdsclaw was on the cover of Slam magazine, on the cover of Sports Illustrated. She's my favorite of all time, Chemika Holdsclaw. She was the female Jordan, played under the late, great Pat Summitt. Rest in peace. Well, I can't help that you just started watching in 04, but I'm just giving you a little history. Yeah, she won 3 championships. Yeah, she won 3 championships with Tennessee, but she won 6 straight coming out of college, coming out of high school. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Proof Golden. Everybody on this list, Chemika Holdsclaw's game was the only game that, you know, symbolized a man's version. She could do it all. She could do it all. That's why she was labeled the female Jordan. That's why she was labeled a female Jordan. Because her game, she had a man-style game. That's right, Tanya. Lynette Waters. See, people don't know that. That's the problem that I have. And for these Caitlin Clark fans just to come out and think that she belongs on a list this prestigious without knowing the history of collegiate basketball and all the people that played and know the history and what they brought to the table, that's crazy. See, that's what I'm saying. No one cares what Jemele says. Jemele made a point. Jemele made a point. And that's the problem that I have. Just because she made a point and didn't take nothing away from Caitlin Clark, she still got attacked. Just because she said that Cheryl Swoops should be on this list. Hey, shout out to Miss D, Sweet 201 for the $2 super sticker.
Here comes the money.
I appreciate that. I'm about to send the collection plate around. Get them super chats in, get the collection, these donations. We'll get it popping. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. A lot of people don't know the history of collegiate basketball for them to say this list. There's a lot of people on this list that are missing out. A lot of people on this list. But if you look at this top 10 list that Fox put out, what's the common denominator? All of them got championships. Yeah, CC got good numbers. You can say CC drug a team to 2 straight finals, and the team wasn't that good. But did she win? Did she win? But did she win? That's the difference. That is the criteria that people got to understand. That is, what's up, So Pretty Tony? I see you, Brooke. That's the criteria. So why move the goalpost now? See, Fox fell for the trick bag. They fell for the bait, man. They got caught up in the narrative, man. Everybody on this list that Fox mentioned, they champions. They champions. So let's take a look at what Jemele Hill said again. She says Cheryl Swoops not being in the top 10 is crazy. As much as I love CC, she is not the second greatest player ever. I would put her anywhere between 5 and 8. Where did she do a disservice to Caitlin Clark for Caitlin Clark fans to attack Jemele Hill? Where did she do a disservice? That's right, bro, Claude. I beg to differ. Where did she do a disservice to Caitlin Clark? So saying Caitlin Clark is not number 2 and said that she would be anywhere between 5 and 8. Where is the disservice to Caitlin Clark? for her fans to attack Jemele Hill the same way that they attacked Cheryl Swoops. Well, we know what Fox does, Brooklyn. We know what Fox does. But I'm talking about what Jemele Hill said. For her being attacked the way she's being attacked, she hasn't did no disservice to Caitlin Clark whatsoever. She would just said, move her out of the 2 slot, and she goes anywhere between 5 and 8. And then, you know, they came at her, so she had to reiterate herself by saying, you assuming I have Swoops to replace CC at 2, which she never said. So people thought that Cheryl Swoops should be on the list, but she should be in place of Caitlin Clark. So Jemele Hill had to go back at somebody. So that's the stuff that I'm talking about. That's the stuff that I'm talking about. It's not always about CC, man. You got to win, man. And she's not a winner. And that's just the bottom line. I can't move the goalposts for Caitlin Clark. If they're going to do that, the criteria is about winning. That's why LeBron, KD, and all these people cannot get their just dues, because they did not win. And then when they did win, it was another goalpost move, or they went and teamed up with a super team. You can't win for losing, man. You can't win for losing. That's all I'm saying. You can't win for losing. All right, we're going to put the collection plate, man. Donation.
I thought it was the trash. Don't be hitting on me. Put some money in, stupid ass.
I'll send y'all donation.
Don't call me now. What's it? You tall black motherfucker. There's women up inside. I don't give a fuck about it. Ain't nobody give me nothing. Going on.
Yeah, y'all go ahead and send them donations in, man. Donation time, man. But yeah, y'all understand what I'm saying. But it's these Caitlin Clark fans that, if you want to push the narrative that Caitlin Clark is the cash cow, she's putting butts in seats, she's selling these arenas out, so be it. But does that mean that she is the best player in the WNBA? Hell no. Hell no. But you look at the schedule that they put out. She got 41 nationally televised games. I mean, y'all think about that. Some of the teams that she's playing, do a lot of people want to watch them on national television? Do people want to watch them on national television? I beg to differ. And that's the problem that we have, man. That's the problem that we have. What you say? Wow, hell no. Hell no, they don't want to watch that. Man, you can say Christina Young, you can say she's the biggest draw, though, maybe not the best player, but the most watched. I beg to differ. I don't think she's the most watched player. Shout out to Tanya for the $2 super sticker.
Here comes the money.
Appreciate that. Hey, shout out to Van for the $2 super sticker.
Here comes the money.
The numbers don't say nothing. Gerard, you pull me the numbers and you tell me that. You give me the numbers and you give me the numbers. That's what I'm saying, Arturo. They're not putting the best matchups on television, man. Man, you got the New York Liberty and the Minnesota Lynx. That should be a national televised game, man. That should be a national televised game. That's the problem. That should be a national televised game, man. If you just going to promote one player, the WNBA is going to fall and crumble. They're going to crumble. L said the commentator that was calling the Iowa Oklahoma game said Caitlin is the best in sports and can't take him serious. What makes her? See, that's what I'm saying, man. It's crazy. That's all the narratives they got out there. I'm not falling for the narrative. Yeah, mostly it's promote multiple stars, man. That's why when you're talking basketball and you're talking to these Caitlin Clark fanatics, they don't even know who half of these people are because they don't know. Because everybody fell in love with CC when she was shooting the logo threes. But when she came to the WNBA, she couldn't get her shot off like that. Man, Angel been whipping Caitlin Clark ass ever since high school, ever since AAU. See, that's what I'm saying. This is the stuff that I have a problem. What lies are we talking about, Glenn Davis? What are the lies? Tell me what the lies are. Exactly, AC Chi-Town. They don't know how to promote. Glenn Davis, tell me what the lies are. If you can't listen to what the lies are, man, why are you here? If you can't, if we over here lying, why are you here? That's the problem that I have. I know why you're here. I know why you're here. Because it's me. And I got motion on these YouTube streets. That's why you're here. You are fond of what we got to talk about over here. That's what it is. So if you want to come in here with your own narrative, it's all fine and dandy. So Glenn Davis, why are you here? There's other channels that you can go over and watch that talk nothing all about Caitlin Clark. And you can go over there with the honey on your chest and twerk it with them. See, if y'all don't like what's going on around here, y'all don't have to be here. Y'all don't have to be here. Like Elle said, go somewhere where they tell lies and you enjoy it. Because when we talk about the facts, y'all don't want to hear that. And see, the problem is,
You want answers. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
that's the problem. You can't handle the truth, man. I don't care how many points she generated. She ain't generate no championships. And that's the problem. She ain't generating no championships. See, you want to take it there? We can take it there. Glenn Davis said, you talk good about me when I agree. When I don't, you don't want to hear me. I'm confused. What are we agreeing on? What have we agreed on? Tell me what we have agreed on. Can I tell you this? And can I say this without you getting mad? In 2 seasons, Juju Watkins has passed Caitlin Clark's scoring binge in 2 seasons, what Caitlin Clark did as a freshman and sophomore. Can we agree on that without you getting mad? Can we agree on that without you getting mad? And see, there you go. You're talking about more games. See, that's the narrative that I'm talking about. I don't care how many games it is. She passed her scoring binge. You just have to accept it. You just have to accept it. I sometimes I just don't understand, man. So y'all stuck in one place, man. Y'all stuck with one player, and that's the problem. Now, see, when people say stuff like this, they're going to get mad. Caitlin Clark took more shots than any rookie ever. Let's talk about that. D-Don says she passed CC, so she crushed CC's numbers. I don't care how many games it took her. She still beat it. It's a freshman and sophomore, 2 years of school, and she passed it. Exactly, Foulon. They are better than Juju. In my opinion, they got more in the tool bag than Caitlin Clark. Paige and Juju got more in the tool bag than Caitlin Clark. And in this whole conversation, I have said nothing derogatory about Caitlin Clark. I've said nothing derogatory about Caitlin Clark. I haven't bashed her name. Haven't said nothing outside of basketball. I'm keeping it strictly basketball. And that's something that the CC fans can't do when it comes to Angel Reese. So y'all, these gems that I'm dropping, I'm put that collection plate back around. We got to get that collection plate.
Donation. It's a donation. I thought it was the trash. Don't be hitting on me. Some money in stupid ass. I whoop your ass, class. Don't call me now. You tall black motherfucker. There's women up inside. I don't give a fuck about them. Nobody.
So Gerard, show me a stat where she's won a championship, and then we can talk. Show me a stat where she's won a championship. Oh, you only hear because we entertaining. Appreciate that. I appreciate that. You only hear because we entertaining. It's crazy. You say things that are derogatory in every show indirectly. Have I called Caitlin Clark out of her name, man? Have I called Caitlin Clark out of her name? Have you ever heard me disrespect Caitlin Clark outside of basketball? I'll wait for your answer. Don't talk about this indirectly stuff. Have you heard it come out of my mouth? Have I said any racial things toward Caitlin Clark? Have I said anything the way Caitlin Clark looks? Have I said anything the way Caitlin Clark moves up and down the basketball court? Have I said anything about her upbringing? Have I said anything in that sense? We talk basketball. That's what I'm saying. They can't answer that. I haven't said nothing derogatory. Anytime we talk Caitlin Clark over here, we talk basketball. We don't have to talk about how she looks and things like that. See, that's what y'all Caitlin Clark fans do. Y'all go on these channels talking about Angel Reese look like a baby giraffe. You know what I'm saying? She ghetto, she hood, and all that stuff. That's what I'm talking about. We don't talk about Caitlin Clark's background outside of basketball. We don't do that. We talk basketball, man. We don't bring personal lives into the equation. There's a lot of things that Caitlin Clark and her brother and things are out there saying and stuff like that, but we don't even talk about that. So post a stat where she's won a championship. Post me a stat where Caitlin Clark holding up a trophy. Do that for me. Do that for me. Post me a stat where Caitlin Clark is handing up a trophy. See, that'll end the conversation right there. You can't do it. That's all they do, Dante. They talk about they push the narrative about these viewerships, man. They push the narrative about their viewership. I've seen YouTubers talking about ain't nobody watching the NCAA games. Ain't nobody in these stands. How ironic will you say? How ironic to say that when Iowa got their ass bounced up out the tournament. How ironic to say that. How ironic to say that, man. Once Iowa gets bounced up out of the tournament, now ain't nobody watching. This is the stuff that I just don't understand, man. See, I'm dropping gems, man. Y'all, I'm dropping gems tonight, man. Y'all got to look, the collection plate going around one more time, man.
Donation. It's a donation. I thought it was the trash. Don't be hitting on me.
Man, y'all put them donations in that collection plate, because, man, we dropping gems tonight, man.
There's women up inside. I don't give a fuck about it. Ain't nobody give me nothing.
Y'all, hey, I'm going to play that one more time, man.
Donation. It's a donation. I thought it was the trash. Don't be hitting on me. Put some money in. Stupid ass. I whoop your ass, Clarence. Don't call me now. Watch it. You tall black motherfucker. There's women up inside. I don't give a fuck about it. Ain't nobody give me nothing.
Glenn Davis, it's not about name one girl who would have won a championship at Iowa. It's not about them girls. It's about Caitlin Clark. You coming in here with all the Caitlin Clark stats and saying all this, and now you want to move the goalpost saying who would have won a championship at Iowa. If Caitlin Clark was that great of a player, she should have drug him over the finish line to get a championship. So don't do that, man. Don't do that. You're not moving the goalposts. We're not letting you do it, man. You'll get put in the trick bag quick, fast, in a hurry, man. Y'all got to stop that, man. Y'all got to stop that. Angel Reese went to LSU and brought them a championship, didn't she? That's right, Andre. Clark ain't a leader. That just proves she ain't a leader. That's proof to what Maya Moore said. She could become a better leader. Boy, y'all wild, boy. That's right. Angel Reese is a leader. A leaders get you over. Appreciate you, ADP, for the $2 super sticker.
Here comes the money.
That's another goalpost moving. LSU, well, McDonald's All-Americans. Boy, tell you, boy, they just be moving the goalposts all over the place, man. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. You like it, I love it. Yeah. Yeah. They lying on LSU, Keisha. Glenn Davis, man. I like that, man. Y'all delusional on this channel. We are delusional, man. But you here with the delusion, though. You here with the delusion, man. I can't. Unbelievable, man. That's the stuff that I'm talking about. Jemele Hill says what she has to say. Y'all pissed off. Now you want to take it out on me. I understand. Ain't no fact. The facts is she ain't won nothing. She ain't won nothing, man. Shout out to Steady Serving ENT for the $2 super chat.
Here comes the money.
Just lying on my Tigers for no damn reason. Get him, Keisha. Hey, shout out to Patricia Body for the $2 super sticker.
Here comes the money.
Glenn, so I want you to look, Glenn, look. Just let me know when Caitlin Clark won a championship, man. I thought it was all about winning. I thought it was all about winning. I thought it was all about winning, man. I guarantee you, if Angel Reese was on Iowa, she would have drug him over the finish line. How about that? Angel Reese would have drug Iowa over the finish line. See, there's another person. Another person coming in here. Why didn't she lead Maryland to a championship? She's a great leader. Let's talk about it. Ooh, Angel Reese would have got Iowa a championship. Let's talk about it. You want to talk about that? We can talk about it. Boy, they don't understand the intangibles. Exactly. You got to have intangibles to play this game, man. You can't just be a three-point shooter. You got to have all the other intangibles. Like I said earlier, I don't care if you want to say Caitlin Clark is the face of the WNBA. I don't care if you say Caitlin Clark is the money draw. I don't care. If the WNBA wants to use Caitlin Clark to push what they pushing, kudos to them. But that doesn't mean that she is the best basketball player. Remember that. Just look, remember that. Just remember that. Let them use Caitlin Clark. Won't you go tell the commissioner stop using Caitlin Clark? Tell the commissioner that. Boy, I just love it. That's why I say, man, it's her fans, man. It's her fans, man. It's her fans, man. Appreciate your Lotus Flower for the $2 super sticker.
Here comes the money.
Cook, K-Sap. That's right. I'm a cook. And just like Arturo said, Clark never beat Angel at Maryland. What you mean the numbers say that she's the best? What number? The best at what? What is she the best at, man? Last time I looked, I don't see no championship on her resume, man. So let me ask you, I'm gonna ask you a quick question, Glenn. Is LeBron James the GOAT? Yes or no? Answer that. Is LeBron James the GOAT? Answer that question for me. Shout out to L for the $5 super chat.
Here comes the money.
She said, Glenn, it's easy to go to a channel where the host and community aren't delusional and speak facts only. Doesn't that make the most sense? Get him, L. All right, you said that LeBron ain't the GOAT, but the numbers say different. The numbers say different. So you said no, but the numbers say different. So why not use that criteria for LeBron if you're using the criteria for CC? The numbers say different. You talking about the numbers don't lie? Man, shout out to Sports 263. She's been a member for 4 months. She said, all I know is that the LSU team was not favored to beat Iowa, but they did. CC needs Angel type of player to win championships. I agree with that.
Here comes the money.
But everybody's saying LeBron's not the GOAT, but the numbers speak different. So what's the difference, guys? If y'all just talking about the numbers speak different. If you look at the whole body of work and look at LeBron's resume, the numbers speak different. So wouldn't that qualify and quantify him to be the GOAT, the greatest of all times? So what are we doing here? What are we doing? Oh, see, there you go, Glenn. You're moving the goalposts. Different numbers, not longevity. MJ was the best. See, man, look, I can't speak to you. You digging yourself a hole, man. If you want to go down that rabbit hole and get put in the trick bag, because right now you're in the trick bag and you calling for help, man. And that's what we do over here. So you coming here with this asinine, you will get put in that trick bag. And that's what's happening to you right now. Killed you with your own logic. I cooked you with your own logic. That's the problem. You got cooked with your own logic. You talking about CC, the numbers don't lie. LeBron's numbers don't lie either. LeBron's numbers don't lie either. How am I changing it up? LeBron's body of work, his resume states, off of your criteria and your logic, that he should be the GOAT. That he should be the GOAT. If you're going off strictly with numbers. Yeah, he's cooked, sliced, and glazed, man. He can't even go down to the corner store and swipe his debit card and get himself a Gatorade because it will be declined. This ain't about Angel. This has nothing to do with Angel Reese. See, that's the problem. See, now y'all want to change it up. This has nothing to do with Angel Reese. Nobody said Angel Reese was the GOAT. I'm talking to Glenn. With his logic, he's talking about CC's numbers don't lie, so she's the best. LeBron James' numbers don't lie either. See, there you go. You keep on moving the goalposts. Is he better than MJ season to season, man? Get out of here. Get out of here. I'm done with Glenn. I'm done. Now you want to say Kobe is better. But the body of work and the numbers don't lie, right? Men lie, women lie, stats don't, right? So you can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways, man. You got cooked. You got cooked with your own argument, man. See, like I said, man, if you coming for me, man, if you're going to shoot, you better not miss. Because I got my shooters with me. Man, stop talking about that longevity stuff, man. I don't want to hear it. Stop moving the goalposts, man. You got cooked, slice, and glaze, man. You're the weakest link. Goodbye. Yeah, I just don't understand how people want to move the goalposts, man. They want to move the goalposts to fit their narrative, man. It ain't happening over here, man. I'm standing 10 toes down, man. Cameron Harris. Based off of Glenn's logic, LeBron is the GOAT. Based off of Glenn's logic, LeBron is the GOAT. But we can't use that logic with LeBron, but we can use it with CC. Man, get out of here, man. Yeah, see, that's what they want to do. They want to bring Angel Reese into the equation. This has nothing to do about Angel Reese. We ain't said nothing about Angel Reese, man. Angel Reese chilling. Proof Golden. We know LeBron has won everywhere he's played. But the fact is, they want to move the goalposts, man. Woo. Man, shout out to L for the $10 super chat.
Here comes the money.
She said, Glenn, to your point, numbers don't lie. You're right. Angel had won more championships than Caitlyn has to date. That's a statistic you can't dispute. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, L. He's using the criteria of stats. That's why he's getting cooked with his own argument. If he would have left the stats out of here, he'd have been all right. But he brought stats in. So I flipped it on him and said, the stats say LeBron is the GOAT. That's all I'm saying. The stats say LeBron is the GOAT. Woo. Thank you, Gamble 310. Nobody has came on here and said the exact thing that you just mentioned. Nobody said anything about Angel not being in the top 10. Didn't nobody crash on Jemele Hill? Didn't nobody threaten Jemele Hill because Angel Reese ain't in there? Nobody went at Fox because Angel Reese ain't in there. But as soon as somebody said move the order around, these Caitlin Clarkies went crazy. That's what I'm saying. The Caitlin Clark clan went crazy. People are trying to upseed Caitlin Clark from that number 2 spot, and people are going crazy. But nobody that supports Angel Reese had anything to say to Fox about Angel Reese not being on that list. Man, I think I got to show y'all one more time because y'all know what the title of the show is. Her fans don't get it, man. They clowns, man. They clowns. These are the same clowns that won't go over to these Caitlin Clark channels and say that y'all disrespecting Angel Reese, that y'all hating on Angel Reese. I just don't understand it, man. I just don't understand it. Man, hey, I don't understand it, man. I'm confused, man. I mean, that's everybody's opinion to say Michael and Kobe are better than LeBron. But what I'm trying to emphasize to you guys in the chat, Glenn Davis pointed out CC stats. CC stats make her the best that ever did it. So I said, if you're looking at the stats, look at LeBron's stats. He should be the GOAT. Am I correct? Based on his argument. Based on Glenn's argument, LeBron is the GOAT. Based on his argument, LeBron is the GOAT. LeBron got 4 championships, man. He's won everywhere he went. Anytime you call. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So based on Glenn's argument and his analogy, LeBron James is the GOAT. Man, get out of here, man. That's what I'm talking about. Where you from, DVD? That's all I'm trying to say. Based on what Glenn was saying about CC stats, she is the best to ever do it. And then I said, okay, if that's the case, I asked him a question, is LeBron the GOAT? He said no. I said, based off of what you said about stats, if you look at his stats, he checks all the boxes. He should be the GOAT. Then he started moving the goalposts. See, that's what they do, man. When they get caught in that trick bag, man, they kind of move the goalposts. Like in basketball, they put that retreat dribble. They get in the paint and they got to retreat back out. It doesn't mean a thing if you ain't got no ring. Y'all see it, man. But based on his logic, LeBron James is the GOAT. If CC stats are in your argument, LeBron is the GOAT. Woo. See, look, he talking about longevity, man. You're moving the goalposts, man. Whew. Man. I'm about to drop the link, man. This is asinine, man. We got 30 minutes left in the show, man. I'm about to drop the link, man. Y'all make sure, man, y'all check us out Friday night on the 4-court trio. Me, Bro Claude, and Keisha. Y'all make sure y'all come check out the 4-court trio, man, where we dropping nothing but facts, man. Now y'all talking about LeBron can't guard MJ, man. They not causing confusion. They in the trick bag. Hey, the link is in the chat for people that want to come up. We got 30 minutes left in the show. Yeah, but it's crazy. You definitely can't guard Kobe, huh? I mean, it is what it is, man. That's what they do, man.
They only here to cause confusion.
Y'all boy, y'all wild, boy. Y'all wild, man. Let me go ahead and get some people up here on the panel real quick, man, because y'all tripping out, man. Cancel. Y'all tripping out, man. Hold on. I see y'all. I'm gonna pull y'all up real quick. Whew. Let me get the panel popping, man. Yo, what up, man? Bro Claude, Wody Mac, and Proof Golden. What's going on?
Yo, you cooking over there, boy. You cooking.
Man, this is great. This is asinine, man.
I don't disagree with him tonight. I don't disagree with Jemele Hill. I don't disagree. Just on the basis that you could give more praise to Maya Moore. But Maya Moore did win. How many? 2 or 1?
2.
Okay, so just on the basis though, if we're using championships as the metric, I could understand.
You stop right there. Stop right there, Wody. That's the metric right there. We can't move the goalposts. That is the metric.
Your metric. That's your metric.
That's not my metric.
We don't know what they judging it off.
That's what they judging it off of. They judging it off winning. It's always been that. And the reason why I say that, that's why LeBron never got his just due, because he did not win. And the reason that he didn't get his just due, because he never won a championship. He did not start getting his just due and moved up into that debate with Mike and Kobe until he won a championship. That's been the criteria ever since
all our lives
has been introduced to us. The criteria is about winning and winning championships.
You heard Oscar Robertson. Oscar Robertson said you can't cross that line until you want something.
Exactly.
Don't try to change it now.
That's why Kevin Durant never got up in the conversation. So Kevin Durant said, look, let me go get my championships. He got his championship. Now Kevin Durant ain't even worried about winning championships no more. He just wants to play ball. He is solidified. He is solidified with the 2 championships he's got. And he is okay with that.
And you know what? Unfortunately, though, as great as he was, because I see this being a continuing issue, though. But as great as Kevin Durant is, and as a scorer, though, a lot of people discredit the ring because of the team he had on him.
It doesn't matter. He's
a champion. What you want. He's a champion. All right, cool. Say what you want with that KSAP. And I'm just framing it as I can see it moving forward. A lot of viewers, a lot of people in other comment sections, a lot of people on Twitter have already framed it that though this team is so stacked. If she wins this, she had really nothing to do with it because the deck was too stacked, just like they said with KD. You know what I'm saying? So even if you want to say championship is the criteria and winning it, nobody wins by themselves. Right. Nobody wins by themselves. That ring, I think that championship run that LeBron had in 2007 going against the Spurs, when he had a team of, a lot of people say nobody, it essentially was nobody. That was one of his greatest championship runs. He did that on his back, solo dolo.
That's right.
He didn't win, though. That was one of the greatest runs.
But look, it ain't even about LeBron. It's about what Glenn Davis was saying.
I beg to differ.
He made his argument that with CC stats, she's the best to ever do it. So I asked him a question. I said, if you basing it off of stats and you look at the stats, wouldn't LeBron James be the GOAT? He said no. I said, why not? If you basing it off stats, if you look at his stats, then he started moving the goalposts. Oh, it's longevity. Oh, it's not, he ain't do it every season. Man, get out of here, man. That's the stuff that I can't stand, man.
And I'm glad Sister Keisha is here because I like to keep it honest. Sister Keisha, you're not giving bail to nobody. I just want you to speak to the 2023. I've been saying it over and over again. Everybody was ignoring my comment. The 2023 LSU championship team: Anissa Morrow, HVL, Alicia Williams, and
Alexis Morris.
Alexis McPartman. Was that a bad team?
It was a good team.
They were not favored, but was that a bad team? 3 out of those 4 players are going to be first-round draft picks. Flau'jae, Morrow, Reese was. We know Morrow going to be a first-round. We know Flaw would be a first.
Flau'jae was a freshman.
Gonna get drafted.
Like Flau'jae was a freshman though.
Right. I don't think Anissa Morrow was there yet.
And Anissa Morrow wasn't on the team.
She was still in Chicago on DePaul.
She was still in Chi-Town.
Mm-hmm.
From the LSU, from the website, I put up the roster. They were showing her on the roster with HVL.
She got there 2024. Yeah.
Angel Reese took Alexis Morris, Flau'jae Johnson, who was a freshman.
Mm-hmm.
The other girl, what was her name?
Tool was in the backcourt. Poole.
Maya Smith was there.
Kateri Poole.
Kateri Poole.
Yeah.
And
Jasmine Carson.
Ice Spice.
Mm-hmm.
Paul.
Yeah.
Last year Paul.
Yep.
Yeah.
The girl Smith who played today, right? She was on that team?
Yeah. That's who went to the championship game in Alexis Morris. That team. The only person that's in the W is Angel.
Angel.
That's
exactly.
Right. That's right.
And she took that team over the hump. If you look at the team that LSU had the last year before Angel Reese came in, she won it in her first year. So you telling me that even though they wasn't even picked to beat Iowa,
they wasn't ranked at the beginning of the season
exactly
at all, KSAP.
And moved up through the ranks.
Yes.
And shut it down.
And there's an argument for that too.
And that's how I was telling Glenn. You talking about who would have won a championship at Iowa? Stop deflecting now. Now you're deflecting. What you mean who would have won a championship at Iowa? Caitlin Clark was there. But I guarantee you, if Angel Reese was there, she'd have brought him over the finish line. How about that?
Let me say this. KSAP, let me say this, y'all. Y'all stop. Seriously, man. Y'all stop with the bullshit. Stop bullshit. You playing games. We know what winners do.
Mm-hmm.
We know what winners look like.
That's right.
And if you got a ring, you got a ring. And if you took your team to win, you took your team to win, goddammit. Don't act like that I'm talking to the ones that's in the chat. To the Angel Reese won in high school 3 times. She won twice in college, and now she has won as a pro in the Unrivaled League in the off-season playoffs. Listen, we know what winners do. The girl has won everywhere she went. Caitlin Clark has not. That's the leadership Maya Moore is talking about. Stop moving the goalposts. Keep it a freaking buck with me.
They only here to cause confusion.
Keep it a freaking buck. If you keeping it a buck, Caitlin Clark, this is what Maya Moore said. She needs to be a better leader because better leaders is able to distribute the ball. Better leaders is able to rally their teams around instead of complaining on the sideline. Better leaders don't go back and forth with their coaches and saying that coaches is a dumbfound stupid person. Better leaders don't have tantrums on the sideline of the court. Better leaders don't make their own players, their teammates feel like that they the worst and they're the best. Better leaders is the one who takes it all on the chest and responsibility of it all. That's what leaders do. That's not what we got in Caitlin Clark. What we got is a whitewashed, just like Santos is trying to whitewash the slavery aspect in books in Florida. You're trying to whitewash history once again. She is not, let me repeat it again. She is not the best top 10 players of all time in college just because you had a scoring record. Now, arguably, Breonna Stewart is the best. Arguably, Breonna Stewart won every year. What you say? Yeah, she a white girl. Breonna Stewart is the one who did it. You got what I'm saying? Don't play games with me. You playing games with a name. So I'm done with it, y'all.
Can I just interject one thing before the next guy goes?
Go ahead, Keisha.
Samaya Smith, the player you seen tonight, Woden, she was a freshman too. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Proof Golden.
No, I was going to say, Wody, I want you to ask something else also. And I put this in the chat. The coach that's coaching the Fever is Stephanie White. I said this the last time, K-Sap. She won the Wade Trophy in 1999. She won a championship in 1999. Now let's get to Coach Dawn Staley.
But hold on. Before you even continue, Proof Golden.
Yes.
See, you're saying stuff that they not even aware of. And that's the problem that I have. When you know your history,
when you know
what these collegiate athletes before this new crop came in,
that's right,
to disrespect them the way that they're being disrespected,
right,
is diabolical. That's why Jemele Hill said what she had to say about Cheryl Swoops not being on there.
Right.
But when she made that comment, everybody wanted to come at her because it was all about CC. Right? So then I did a video about where I thought they had Maya Moore, Shamika Holsclaw, and Candace Parker ranked. I'm talking strictly about them three.
Facts.
People all up in my comment section talking about you hating on Caitlin Clark. I didn't even mention Caitlin Clark's name one time in that video. And they made it about Caitlin Clark. So for you to come on here and give them a history lesson, the stuff that Bro Claude always does, for you to take it a step further, that's what they don't understand. So when you're talking about the history of the NCAA women collegially, and you're talking about Stephanie White's, the Dawn Staleys, they forgot about Nancy Lieber and Klein. I mean, this is stuff that I don't understand.
Yeah. Well, K-Sap, let's get to Coach Dawn Staley, because they always say great players can't be great coaches. That's a lie. Bill Russell won back-to-back championships as a player coach.
A player coach and a coach. Exactly.
That's right. Okay. Now, Dawn Staley went to the Final Four in 1990, 1991, and 1992. She was the MVP in a losing cause in 91. The only other person that was the MVP in a losing cause is Hakeem Olajuwon. I'm just saying. How many times did Caitlin Clark go to the finals? Twice. They lost by double figures. Twice. Okay. Dawn Staley, if it wasn't for Nikki Vargas Caldwell Vargas, she would have won in 91 in New Orleans. Blocked her shot to send the game into overtime. Those are facts. And when I saw that list, my college classmate sent that to me. I sent him your video, your commentary about Fox's list.
Yeah.
I didn't have to listen to it because I already knew what you had to say. Because when I looked at the list, what you're talking about is you're talking about people insulting your intelligence.
Exactly.
That's what you're talking about.
Exactly.
People insulting your intelligence because you're speaking facts. And they hate that.
Thank you.
You know, but you got it. And the brother brought up the governor in Florida, how they want to get rid of history. Okay. Why do they ban books on Hank Aaron and Roberto Clemente? Because of the racism they had to deal with. Baseball players.
They're not ready for that proof. They're not ready for that just yet.
I want to say this.
Speak, man. Speak.
Right. Let me say this, because the last time I was here, y'all said, please don't say that about Maya Moore. I'm just preparing y'all, because you asked me what the criteria is for my show about the Hall of Fame. I've been saying it. I hope I'm wrong about Maya Moore. Don't be surprised if she don't get in on the first ballot. And K-Sap, you ran down her credentials.
Oh, yeah.
And I had to add another nugget to it when I brought up Jim Brown, Colfax, and Barry Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
We shouldn't even be having this conversation. But like one of her former alums, Swin Cash, did not go in on the first ballot. You look at her resume. It speaks for itself. Why is Tisha Penachero not in the Hall of Fame? And the brother Glenn Davis, he talked about more games. I brought this up about the record Caitlin Clark broke as a rookie. She broke Tisha Penachero's 28-year rookie record. Oh, by the way, she had more games to do it.
But
go ahead.
He skipped over that. He skipped over that, though, Proof Gold.
Go ahead.
You see what he did? He skipped over that.
Yeah. But see, that's too much because we start going back in time.
Yeah.
Juju did it in 38. She did
yeah,
She did the second year in 38.
Say that again.
Juju in her sophomore year
broke her record.
It wasn't. It's Kelsey Mitchell has the record for the most points scored. Let's get this clear.
Okay,
let's be clear. See, I'm facts over feelings.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing these people gonna always say about Brother Claude know what the hell he talking about. Kelsey Mitchell is the leader in 2-year tandems.
Okay.
She was the leading scorer in those 2 years in freshman to sophomore. Second is Juju Watkins.
Okay.
Second was Caitlin Clark, but she passed Caitlin Clark for second. But we don't know if Juju Watkins goes to the Final Four and wins to play for the championship, she will succeed Kelsey Mitchell.
Okay.
This is what she's on the tier, the path to. So if she goes past the Final Four, she will succeed Kelsey Mitchell this year.
Okay.
So if she doesn't, she'll be just short of Kelsey Mitchell because Kelsey Mitchell got up like about
Hold on for just 1 second.
Points. Go ahead.
See, this is what I have a problem with. See, everybody's in the chat. They want to bring Angel Reese's name in this. It ain't got what does Angel Reese got to do with anything?
This conversation has nothing to do with Angel Reese.
Angel ain't got nothing to do with it.
You got I Believe coming in there talking about Angel Reese. What to say? Shamika Holsclaw will crush Angel. Goddamn right, Shamika Holsclaw will crush Angel. Shamika Holsclaw was deemed the next Michael Jordan out there. Her game implemented a man-style game.
You saying
Shamika Holsclaw will crush anybody on that top 10 list if you go one-on-one. That's my opinion. So what does Angel got to do? Why are y'all throwing Angel in this and we ain't said nothing about Angel Reese?
Not a thing.
Not a thing.
Not
because you got Angel Reese up your ass. That's why I said it. It sound kind of like feminine because you can't get off of it.
Well,
we ain't talking about Angel Reese. Yeah, I believe. I'm talking to you. What do Angel got to do with any of this?
Got nothing to do with nothing.
I believe. Do you gotta up your butt or something?
Bro, Claude, let me say this. Bro, Claude, let me say this. If Maryland's playing in the men are playing in the final in the Sweet 16 against Florida out west.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, her brother plays for the Maryland team.
Yeah.
If they lose, they're gonna blame Angel Reese.
They're gonna blame Angel Reese.
Yeah.
They probably will.
No.
They probably will.
They will blame Angel. I was telling my wife yesterday. You know that's Angel Reese's brother. If they lose, they're gonna blame her.
If Angel Reese's brother lose, they're gonna blame Angel.
They're gonna blame her.
Let me say this, and I'm gonna give it back to y'all. When y'all talking about Shamika Holsclaw in her prime, she would annihilate Angel Reese right now. She would annihilate Angel Reese. I mean, come on, guys. Let's stop it. Y'all go back and look who Shamika Holsclaw was. Y'all go back and look up Shamika Holsclaw's game.
Yeah.
Hey, watch this, brother. Let me handle some business real quick. Shirley Drummond, they was watching you, goddamn fool. Did you see the ratings of college basketball? They have always watched college basketball. Your stupid ass didn't watch it. Just because you didn't watch it, but college collegiate women's basketball has always been up at all-time high. Go look at the ratings across the board.
Right.
The only thing that failed, that was falling short, was the WNBA. But people like you with small brains, with small minds, don't even know, because that's why we know you knew. You one of them new motherfuckers. Excuse my language. You one of them new people that is on a bandwagon, the train. You so stupid. You don't even know that college basketball has always, since the 80s, have been one of the most watched television programs of all time, more than baseball. What is
Bro, Claude.
Go look. What I'm saying, you the one. So you base it off your emotions. You all in your feelings. But I understand, Shirley, that you in your feelings. It's okay. It's all right. But facts over feelings. And you coming up in here with your feelings. Now you just got your feelings hurt because Bro Claude called you a damn fool. You a damn fool coming up in here with that nonsense. And you a mischief maker. I'm watching you like the ops. Go ahead. I'm done.
Bro Claude, what makes these people think these Power 5 schools have not been making boatloads of money for years off of TV ratings and off of ticket sales? They have their own fan base.
They have their own fan base.
Okay, can I say this?
They don't need the WNBA. They good.
Hey, Key, can I say this? If you think about it, they said Caitlin Clark was the #1 draw. Is that right? Last year?
That's what they said.
Okay. What team has been the #1 draw in college basketball women's for the past 10 years? I'll tell you, South Carolina.
Yep. They sell out every game.
Every game. On the road, too. On the road. Now, K-Sap mentioned Shamika Holdsclaw. Won 3 championships her freshman, sophomore, and junior year. They lost to Connecticut the year before she got there. And that game still bothers me because of some funky officiating.
She won 6 straight championships, man.
Won six straight. And the only reason why Connecticut didn't win more championships is because Holdsclaw was there. Because K-Sap, if you remember when she was a freshman, she was going up against, when Gino started winning championships, it wasn't because of Rebecca Lobo or Jen Rosati or Carol Walters. He won because of the National High School Player of the Year in 1994. Her name is Nikisha Sales. If you don't believe me, research it yourself.
Man, you cooking, baby. You cooking.
Come on, man.
That's when he started winning championships, because you remember in 94, they got blown out by North Carolina and Marion Jones and Sampson. Ran them out the building.
Yes, embarrassing.
Am I right or wrong?
Man, you cooking. You ain't. Hey, look. For people that don't know, look, that's Shamika Holdsclaw right there. Look who she look who she representing, man. She representing Simply Ball Dropping, baby.
Yeah.
Because
K-Sap,
this is facts, man.
Dope.
This is facts.
That's dope. That's dope.
You're the only one that's giving her love. Those of us who followed Pat Summitt in Tennessee, we know. Because before she got there, her best player was Bridget Gordon from the 80s.
Man, proof, man.
You just made somebody mad. You just made them mad, K-Sap. You done made them mad. You done fried chicken. You done fried chicken up in here, K-Sap.
That's what I'm talking about. See that?
Fried
and
chicken.
see, Proof Golden came in here and just backed up everything I said, because when we talking about the history of collegiate basketball players, people don't know the history on that. See, they only blindsided to one thing.
And K-Sap, can I say this about Dawn Staley?
Go ahead.
Because you know I follow South Carolina every game. Dying breathing. When the SEC Network has a documentary on the history of SEC Southern Hoops, they profiled one player from another conference. You know who that player was? Dawn Staley. Because she gave Tennessee fits.
Oh, yeah.
And Pat, you can see Pat Summitt walking the sidelines. She didn't even want to give birth to her child in Virginia. She told the damn pilot, "You better not land this plane in Virginia." Her water broke because she was still upset about Dawn Staley beating her in 1990 in the regional final, because the Final Four was in Knoxville. Those are facts.
Yeah.
One player Dawn Staley. That's facts.
Yeah. You can't
What's
rebuke
Shirley
that,
talking
man.
about?
You can't worry about Shirley. You got to keep moving, man. We passed that, man. Like, and that's what I'm saying. When you got people that come up on the panel that give you facts and give you everything that you need to know, and you can't digest it, that's on you. So take what we trying to tell y'all, and when you leave the show, just think about it. Just think about what we're talking about. What's up?
ASAP, they don't even want to pull up Google.
They don't.
They just want to run with their own narrative.
Because they got socially condensed lenses, man.
If I can interject something though, with it was one point though, and I was asking the people that's 7, 8, and 9, right? They all have Brittany Griner. We know Asia got one, and we know Candace got one. And I think Brittany Griner does have one ring, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So then my one point of contention, because the people that they put in honorable mention, the people who didn't get mentioned, like I've seen people in other comment sections and whatnot saying Jackie Styles didn't get no love, and she took like basically a mid-major to a Final Four. Then you got Kelsey Plum on there, okay, scoring record, but she never got past like Sweet 16, Elite 8.
Yeah.
And Sabrina Ionescu, who never really went anywhere either. So
Enrique didn't get no love, and she had the last buzzer beater shot.
She actually got. So then, when my whole point of contention, when you say you don't think Asia necessarily needs to be on the list, and I can kind of agree, even with
I didn't say that. Jemele Hill said that.
Jemele, pardon me. I mean Jemele. Sorry, Jemele. Yeah, there was some agreement with that, and I can even agree with that to a certain extent. Because then again, if we want to compare numbers, then you could swap out. Technically, and this is not for Angel Reese purposes, but yeah, for all intents and purposes, and you could technically swap out Angel Reese and put her in a spot that say Asia is in. So everyone, in my opinion, then technically everyone who had a great tournament run and has a ring, then it can potentially be on the list. Why not people then who got 2 and 3 rings? That's why I don't think this criteria, what they're grading it on, is solely based on rings. Because a lot of
Kelsey Plum ain't on there. She had better. She had
what
better
you mean
scoring.
It's not based on about winning, man. It is based
Yeah,
on
because other people who ain't got
list
rings
right
are not
quick.
on this list. That's what I'm saying.
No, this is based.
Hold on. What you say, Wody?
Whoa.
People who got rings is not.
But you only got 10. It's only 10 spots. It's
right,
a lot of women in college that got rings. Yeah, it's a lot of them that got rings that are not on the thing. That's what I'm saying. This list is people's opinion.
Has nothing to do with championships.
It has everything to do with championships.
It has everything to do with
and I'm gonna tell you why.
And it has everything to do with racist bias thing. It's the Ku Klux Klan. That girl,
Fox fell for the narrative.
She's not in the narrative. Top 10. Wody,
I agree with that too. I agree with you.
Okay,
there.
The Ku Klux Klan they got her at number 2. Listen, listen. You talking about where she could be placed? She can't be placed at anything, but then they didn't place her. The Ku Klux Klan then placed her at number 2. Come on, Wody, argue that statement. Argue that.
I argue that. I don't even think she should be in this top 10.
Exactly.
I don't think she should be in this top 10.
Listen, Wody.
My thing is that people on this list in honorable, I'm looking at the honorable mention. They put people in honorable mention with no rings. So I don't think this list is about championships at all.
That's why they honorable mention and they didn't get in the top 10. That's the difference. You can be an honorable mention, but you're not in the top 10, right? It's only 10 spots. Right. And like I said, Fox fell for the narrative about this Caitlin Clark narrative. They fell for it. They in the trick bag. So what they did is they put her on there. They put her on there. That's all the fact is what Bro Claw was saying. If you look at everybody else that's in that top 10, they got a championship ring. Fox fell for the narrative because what they doing is they pushing Caitlin Clark so hard. And if you're just going to push one person, then the WNBA is going to be a falter.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem. There's other people that you should be pushing. You got to push everybody in the league because that's why everybody's so focused on one player. And like I said, regardless if you think Caitlin Clark is the ticket seller, the person that moves the needle to put fans in the seats, if the WNBA want to use her in that sense, let the WNBA use her.
K-Sap.
But that don't mean that she is the best player since sliced bread. Go ahead.
K-Sap, I put this question in chat and nobody's answered the question. Why didn't Caitlin Clark get in the 3-point shooting contest?
K-Sap, B say drop the link.
Yeah. And just for Johnny Brown, even with your question there, I don't understand at all, Mr. Johnny Brown, what your statement means. Bond. I said I don't think she should be in the top 10. I said my opinion is this was not based on championships because of the honorable mentions got people with no rings in it.
I mean, you can have honorable mentions. That don't mean that they're honorable. They're not on the list, Wody. That's the difference, man.
Didn't I say stop the bullshit? This your big brother now. Stop the bullshit.
What everybody on this list got
listen,
a ring.
Either you won or you didn't win. Either you made an impact in college or you didn't. You made a selfish impact for yourself, accolades. But did you impact? They talking about the best in college. The best in college is the impact of the team, who took their team to the champion, who got their team the champ. And Breonna Stewart is the one who did it 4 times. Period.
Hey, I gotta make a statement about Breonna Stewart. If you go back and pull up the roster that Breonna Stewart played with, 7 of those players on that roster in the WNBA.
And all-stars. And all-stars.
And all-stars. Kia Nurse, Gabby Williams, Mariah Jefferson, Megan Tuck, Breonna Stewart, Nafisha Collier. I named 6?
What's big girl played for the Mystics?
Just check. That's the reason why they won all them games in a row. And last I checked, somebody put in there, what about the conference they play in? Now, do you guys think they would have won all them games if they played in the SEC?
Hey, you can't hold that against them.
No, I cannot.
If you gonna hold that against them, you gotta hold the fact that the player y'all want to be in there never won a ring.
That's right.
So but then one of them should be in there then.
Right. But see, one of the brothers in the chat put in there about LSU, they had 12 McDonald's All-Americans. That's the point I'm making. That if that's the case, Breonna Stewart had a bunch of players, like I said, they're in the W. And like somebody mentioned, a lot of them all-stars.
And that goes back to an argument I had again earlier when I brought up Kevin Durant for the purpose of that conversation. When you got more talent stacked around you, some people gonna look at it like, yeah, but you had the deck stack, and UConn always has a stacked deck.
Okay,
so that's why people discredit a lot of them.
Y'all gotta stop that, man. Y'all gotta stop.
Okay, now wait a minute.
If I'm lying, that Breonna Stewart look, it's just the facts of the nature.
Okay. Let me say this.
It's been looked at like that.
Okay, let me say this about this so-called Big Three, which is foolish. I'm going to go back to the 1980s. Let me look at the Lakers and the Celtics. How many Hall of Famers were on that team? Big Three, please. Let's look at the Pistons.
It was Big Threes before the Big Threes, man.
It was Big Threes, Big Fours, Big Five.
Yeah. Look at that Lakers roster, man.
In fact, if you look at the 444 Philadelphia 76ers, the only guy that should be in the Hall of Fame, this guy should be in the Hall of Fame, Andrew Toney.
Andrew Toney, he don't get his respect.
He don't get his due. And I'm going to say this. If you go back and look at Larry Bird's greatest years in Boston, you will see when he started winning them MVPs and when they were going to the finals consistently is when they got Dennis Johnson. Okay, and they won the Atlantic Division 5 years in a row. Danny Ainge was already there. But they had problems in the Eastern Conference with the guards, Isaiah Thomas, the Boston Strangler, Andrew Toney, and Sidney Moncrief.
Yeah.
Okay? Those are facts. And
don't start that's my history. Don't start them because they know nothing. They know nothing about none
I want
of
to bring this to the present day. Because you want to make the history as movement and memory. And so when we start talking about these different players and they start talking about this foolishness, this false ass narrative, Big Three and all that. Stop me with that BS.
Thank you.
Okay. That's facts. And I understand why you get upset because they're insulting your intelligence.
They playing with
I know they don't
play with me.
But sometimes
don't play with me.
But sometimes you can't waste your words on wisdoms. You can't waste your words of wisdom on a fool. You can't do it.
That's what my grandmama said.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. I'm
that's
sorry.
That's what my grandmama said.
Okay,
You can't waste your words of wisdom on a fool because they a goddamn fool.
Because they're gonna always, like K-Sap said, they're gonna move the narrative.
They're gonna move it every time.
You know,
man.
that's why people like Skip Bayless, he uses LeBron to make himself look good. And I think I heard K-Sap say, now you're going after Gilbert Arenas.
Yep. Gilbert and fried him already.
Yeah. See, Google is your best friend. Just Google the shit. That's all you got to do. You know, because when you start talking about the best and you don't mention the guy from Overbrook High School, Wilt Chamberlain, averaged 50 points a game in 1962, had 100 points a game, 100 points in the game against the Knicks in 62. And I'm going to say this, he wasn't even MVP of the league in 62. It was Bill Russell. That's the same year that Oscar Robertson averaged a triple-double. Yeah. But just like you, K-Sap, and Brooklawn and Key, when you guys spit facts, when Isaiah Thomas spits facts, he's a hater. No, he's a facts.
He's a facts.
I'll say this. I'm a go because I got to get ready for school tomorrow. Gotcha. Let me say this, K-Sap. Look at the Houston Rockets in 1995. They won the NBA title as a 6th seed. After game 2 of the Western Conference semifinals, they did not
Kenny
lose
Smith,
one.
Vernon Maxwell.
That's right. Vernon
Maxwell.
Maxwell.
Yeah.
And that team, and I tell my college classmate, I don't give a damn what nobody says. Dream got the ink, but the heart and soul of that team was those guards.
Exactly.
Yes.
Mad Max used to put it on the line. Him, Kenny Smith, Mario Ellie. It wasn't Mario Ellie hitting them corner threes, kissing the crowd.
You my type of dude.
Yeah.
That's right. See, those are and they
my
won
type of dude.
They won as the 6th seed. They didn't lose another game on the road that playoff. Go look it up. They went 4-0
They don't want to look it up, man. They don't want to look it up. Problem.
But see, if you're going to argue with me, you got to bring the facts.
Yeah.
So I understand, but I'm out. So
all right,
somebody else
appreciate you, my brother.
Okay, brother. Y'all take care.
All right, appreciate you.
Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. We finna go over to Mississippi State and the USC as soon as K-Sap shut it down. As soon as the boss shut it down.
Go ahead, B. I know B. I know you've been listening. I know you probably got some words on what we've been talking about, man. Go ahead and drop it.
If y'all mention Shamika Holslaw, because
man, that's all I've been. Hey, that's
yeah,
you ain't just saying.
Hey, he got his picture.
Oh, hold on.
She part of the Simply Ball Dropping family.
Got here.
But hold on,
B. It was atrocious. She was ranked higher than her. It hurt my heart.
Yeah, listen, but look at the screen.
Oh dang!
Hey, she represents
you
Simply
better know
Ball
what
Dropping,
family
baby.
you in, B. You better know what you at, B.
Come on, man.
B, you better know what you at,
my
B.
favorite women's college basketball player of all time, man. Shamika Holdsclaw don't get her just dues. She was the female that she was on the Slam magazine. She was on Sports Illustrated. She was deemed the female Michael Jordan. She could do it all, and she gets slighted. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is, like I said, she won 6 consecutive championships dating from high school, going into college. 3 in high school and 3 consecutive in college.
She did.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing about Shamika Holdsclaw that people don't know that, you know, she's like 6'4", 6'5". She could handle the ball. She could stop on a dime. She could play defense. She could rebound. She could shoot, and she could pass, and she could lock you up. Shamika Holdsclaw's knees got bad on her, so when she was in the WNBA, got bounced around. You know what I'm saying? So she was a journeyman. But when you talk about collegiate athletes and you talking about the greatest of all time, and to have her, you know, sitting there at number 5 and they got CC above her, that's fucking diabolical, man.
Diabolical.
Oh. That's how you know it's serious. Any man K-Sap curse.
Yeah, it's diabolical, man.
What you say,
it's so crazy how they continue to disrespect Angel Reese. And they
because they black women. They black women. That's why.
After time.
Not black women, they don't care.
Not only did she win a ring in college, she did something that almost no college player in the SEC can do in averaging 23 and 15 in the season. She came back and gave you similar stats to that the next season and averaged 18 and 13 the next season. If I'm not mistaken, when she was in Maryland in the Big Ten, Iowa wasn't making the Big Ten championship games like they was.
Maryland was beating them every time.
They was running into a brick wall. Not only that,
They don't want to hear that, B.
She was on a Big Ten All Freshman team. She was on a Big Ten All Defensive team. She
Do it.
times All
Don't
AC,
do it to him,
All
niece.
SEC. She was a 2023 SEC.
Don't do it to him,
player.
niece.
She like 2-time NCAA All Region. Was the NCAA most outstanding player in the tournament. Won the
This girl got
championship.
it in her blood. This is what she eats.
Like, how do
Come on.
you leave somebody with those accolades?
Want me tell you why, B?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you why. Fox fell for the narrative, man. Fox got caught up in the trick bag. Fox went with the narrative.
Player they got second.
I know, but look, B, Fox fell for the narrative. That's just point blank, period. Fox fell for the narrative, man.
Well, it's Fox, so I ain't surprised.
Exactly.
They love the narrative.
But listen, that's why I'm glad ESPN came out with their rank and they booted her up out of there.
Because it's
you
ridiculous.
see what I'm saying? Because they know what it is.
Because when have rings ever not been a standard?
That's
when
all
have
your life.
every championship ever not been a standard? It's only not the standard because she ain't won one. It's not the standard because she ain't won one.
They're trying to change that narrative.
Stacked teams is the only excuse people got because she ain't won one. If UConn got a stacked team, Tennessee had stacked teams. LSU team that season wasn't even supposed to be there. So why she ain't ranked?
You two got a stacked team.
But look,
as far as who it is, I'm talking about this year. She got 5-tier players.
But the thing about it is, right? You got to look at when LSU won the championship. Like Keisha always said, she brought this up a long time ago on the past show. They wasn't even ranked coming into that season. They wasn't even ranked. And look, Angel Reese, the leader that she is, got them out the mud, got that national exposure, got them to the championship game. Brought the championship game home, right? And then they say, well, Caitlin Clark was at Iowa. That Iowa team wasn't going to win nothing. Man, cut that shit out, man. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I'm not buying that, man.
Almost got to the Sweet 16.
Told you, it's the Ku Klux Klan and the Negroes, they fall for it.
And the thing about it is,
Negro gonna fall.
She got to the championship twice and got exiled. She got beat by LSU, and like Proof Golden said, that people don't want to say, not only did she get beat, she got beat by double digits. She got beat by LSU. Angel Reese gave it, I can't see me, gave it a ring. And then the next year, Camilla Cardoso. And what do Camilla Cardoso and Angel Reese have in common? They Chicago Sky players.
Yes, sir.
You want to know
so
what
you
else
tell
they got
me,
in common?
what's that?
The SEC, a conference full of thugs. And guess what happened to Iowa today? They got beat by the SEC, a conference full of thugs.
But B, this is what I said before you came in here. See, I saw a YouTube guy talking about the viewership. Ain't nobody watching these games. I didn't even watch them. Well, how ironic do you say that on the eve of Iowa getting herself bounced up out of the NCAA? Because you want to push a narrative that ain't nobody watching. There's people watching. Everybody wants to push
one thing that make it look like, though, if Iowa can't get nowhere without her, you say what you will, though. It don't look like they that good if they can't get nowhere right now.
Well,
they just ran into a buzzsaw.
Let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna do a video a little
They
later
made it back to the tournament.
Let me tell you how.
Thank you, B. They got back in the tournament.
They got there.
Let me tell you how silly these people are, y'all. So Wody Mack can understand where I'm coming from. These people do not understand that these colleges have their own fan base. K-Sap, the LSU gymnastics team sells out the PMAC every Friday. Do you know how many people the PMAC hold? 13,000. More than most WNBA arenas.
That's right.
LSU has its own fan base. I don't know what these YouTubers are talking about.
But
I don't know what they're talking
it's
about.
all a lie, man. And
It's
like
a lie.
And like I tell people, as many videos that I produce, and people go up and watch, they always want to come up in my comment section talking about I'm a hater, I'm this, you're a CC hater, and all this stuff. But like I said before you got here, B, and when I opened up the show, the problem is I have never disrespected Caitlin Clark whatsoever. I never called Caitlin Clark out of her name. I never said anything racial about Caitlin Clark. I never said the way she looks. I never said the things that her and her narrative that her and her brother push. I've only talked about Caitlin Clark as a basketball player, but I'm a hater. I'm a racist. So I told the person, there's people that come up in the comment. I said, do you go on these channels that have these thumbnails about Angel Reese, calling her a baby giraffe, doing all this other stuff, calling her a hood bee, calling her a neat, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say the word. Do you go on their channel and say, hey, you're just an Angel Reese hater? Hell nah. Like Bro Claw said, I beg to differ.
I beg to differ.
Y'all don't do nothing like that. But y'all gonna let people just call Angel Reese out of her name, but y'all okay with that. And I have not disrespected Caitlin Clark one time on this platform. Now go ahead.
Hey, K-Step, I got a question. I got a question for some of these people. If they support Caitlin Clark and they was always Iowa fans and blah, 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 why them Iowa girls was playing to a half-full arena in the NCAA for their game? Why they ain't out there supporting them Hawkeyes?
Don't do that.
Tell me.
We can't talk about attendance. Don't do that. We can't do that.
Why not? Oh, really? No. They claim
doing what they said they was.
They claim that they were Iowa fans.
So you okay with these YouTubers out here putting this narrative out? Ain't nobody watching nothing.
That's not true.
I don't believe that. Because again, they put the Nielsen ratings out there, and they say they up 3%. So when you look at the actual numbers, they say they up.
We talking about the YouTubers that are out there.
The crowd, Iowa, they mentioned on TV that Iowa crowd was less than half of what it was last year. They needed some support. They just mentioned it today.
They did.
They just mentioned it today.
The broadcaster said that.
You can
The
tell
broadcaster said it.
It is gonna go in one end after the other because
so where is these Caitlin Clark supporters who said that they originally are Iowa supporters?
They know where to be found.
And they tried to make me believe
they Ku Klux Klan members that got behind a white girl, and that's what it is. I see.
And they tried to make us believe that Angel Reese wasn't nobody was backing her when she was at a Power 5 school.
Keisha, the bad thing about they can't make me believe crap.
Can't make me believe
because nothing. I know what I stand on, and I know what I see.
Nothing at all.
They can't make me believe nothing. I'm like Key said, I'm not drinking that. I'm not drinking that juice.
Don't drink that.
I'm not drinking that juice because I know from my own intellectual eyes, I don't look through socially condensed lenses. I see everything, and y'all see everything that I see as well. Because these narratives out here that these YouTubers are spreading. See, nobody has a problem about what they doing. Everybody has a problem with what we doing. That's the difference. They don't have a problem with what they doing. The problem lies with what we doing.
They got simply ball dropping all in their mouth. They got simply ball dropping family all in their mouth.
Anybody that's associated with me, anybody that's associated with me, they're gonna drop the gauntlet on you too. Since Bro Claude is affiliated with me, now you got videos out there. Now you got videos out there about Bro Claude.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's a trickle down effect. They don't.
I love it though.
The thing about it is, people don't have a problem with what these other people are doing. They have a problem with what we doing because what we doing, we giving y'all credibility and we giving you facts. We giving you something that you can learn. It's up to you to take it. Like we always say, you can lead a dog to the pond, but you can't make him drink that water. He down there, he gonna die of thirst if he don't want to drink. And see, that's the problem. These other YouTubers are out there creating things that they want to create, and they tricking their audience, and that's the difference.
AC Chi-Town just said it. Case that me and Broclaw talked about this online. Yeah, there's always people that become fair weather fans. They jump on what they call them bandwagon fans. There's a difference between you a fan of one thing at a particular moment, or if you actually a fan of that school. You know what I'm saying?
It's a weird dichotomy for like even today, right?
USC,
like I told you,
9-0, y'all.
But look, check this out, man. They weren't Iowa fans; they were Caitlin fans. They only became fans in the 2023 Final Four. Now you see what happened. Nobody was at the game supporting them. So that goes to tell you, and that's true when they say that she got a call. She got a call. She got a call. That's what it is. You can't deny that.
No, players got and this is why it goes back to what you said again, who you putting on TV to get the ratings, Currys and LeBrons and all that. They got their fans. People would tune in to watch certain people.
But let me ask you
LSU is LSU.
But
the Gamecocks is the Gamecock. Gamecocks got the biggest fan base. USC. Go ahead.
That's where Wodeman misses it. That's where this whole media thing misses it. The reason why college is so successful is because they promote the brand, not one person. So that means they're going to have people watching whenever the stars leave, get hurt, whatever happens. They still have people watching. If you just promote one person, when that person go down or heaven forbid quits, what does that leave you?
Look how strong LSU's fan base is, and
you do need that though.
Hey,
in a way, you do need that though, because ain't nobody supporting the Mystics
California, like that. And you'll see.
And you're going to travel. You're going to travel.
But you see, that goes different. I say again, it goes different to the pro level. I use the Mystics as example. Ain't nobody supporting the Mystics like that. And the dream it kind of shows. But the Aces and the Liberty, we eat hard times, bad times.
So
they still somehow.
Okay, I'm glad you said that, Wody. So I got a question for you. I got a question for you, Wody, since you brought that up about the fan base and who watching and the viewership and stuff like that. Do you think somebody cares? Because the WNBA dropped their games, the nationally televised games. You see that the Fever got 41 out of 44, right? Do you think anybody going to be interested in watching the Fever play the Mystic?
Only people that's interested in watching ZZ.
How about the Fever playing Connecticut? Ain't nobody watching that, man.
Ain't nobody. That team is dismantled. So ain't nobody going to. You know what I'm saying? So what's the purpose?
That was a waste of a prime time slot, bro.
Exactly. You got other teams like you could have threw in there. I say, for instance, you got to look at what happened in Unrivaled. What was built in Unrivaled. You could put the Chicago Skies against the Minnesota Lynx in that primetime section to watch.
If it's the same, but they do have Lynx and Sky primetime. I seen they have a couple of those. I don't know if it was intentionally.
But if you look at the schedule, some of them games that you got, what's your name on national television? Look at the games that are being played also that are not on national television that you might be more interested in.
Why are we starting the season with the Aces versus the Liberty? Didn't the Liberty just beat Minnesota? Why wasn't that this game to start the season? Come on,
because if they're gonna try to follow the NBA script, they should have followed the NBA in that.
They need help.
Yeah, they usually.
I know why though. Because the one game, keep it a bean though. The one game that drew heavy without any lead in was an Aces and Liberty game that had.
You're a business.
They going off. They going off a business.
Wody, man. If you want to expand your business and take away tunnel vision, then you're gonna put a game on that. Minnesota is a team that probably need more marketing. If Minnesota get the marketing, guess what it do? It helped the league. You stand put to these certain teams, the Aces, the Fever, New York. You got 10 other teams that need the marketing. Push your league. And that's what's wrong with the WNBA. They're catering to a player.
Yep.
Lord forbid, knock on wood. I'm not saying she's going to get injured or anything. But if she get injured, you got all these primetime games and she can't play. Them people not watching that. Now your numbers drop.
Big fact.
Because they're watching for her. Start pushing these teams that got loyal fans. Start appeasing to the loyal fans. You get so happy because you see somebody come in with quote unquote new fans. These new fans ain't here to stay.
Juju is hurt. Juju is hurt.
Oh, shoot, she
hurt.
is.
Juju is hurt.
She is hollering.
Juju is hurt. I'm calling the game on the other end, y'all. Juju is hurt, y'all. Hurt bad.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't want to take away from that important point.
Injury.
Though, right
I'm on
there.
the other side, y'all. I'm on the other side.
No, I'm watching it on my other screen. Golly.
I'm about to bring it up.
Unfortunate.
I would watch it.
Dang. We got breaking news, y'all. Juju is down.
She is in pain.
What happened?
She was a lot of people gonna point to that she didn't need to be out there that last game when they was
hold
up
on
40.
just one second. I'm gonna get to this super chat. Appreciate you, Miss D, for the $2 super chat. Great show and great points.
Here comes the money.
What channel that game on? ESPN?
Yeah, I'm about to bring it up.
Back to it now so I can see if I can rewind back. So I can see what happened.
I'm gonna
Appreciate
send
you,
y'all
Miss
the
D, for
link.
the
I'm
$2
already
super
live,
chat.
y'all.
Here comes the money.
Give me about send me the link, bro Claude. I'll be over there.
I'm finna send it to you.
Yeah,
Juju
I'm
is hurt.
about to shut it down so y'all can do y'all
It
thing.
looked like she's trying to stand up now. Oh, they carrying her off. She
Oh
can't
my
even
God, it's done. We cooked.
She can't even walk.
We cooked, y'all. We cooked. Hey, y'all, we cooked,
carrying her
y'all. I'm
off.
sorry, y'all. Juju out of here.
What
Juju
the
is
heck,
out of here.
bro?
We cooked, y'all.
It looked like her knee.
Now watch this. It's gonna be some crazy videos about it. Watch.
Oh my God.
No, I'm telling you already, K-Sap, like I said, it's like I almost feel the future. They were saying she shouldn't have been on the court. People saying she shouldn't have been on the court up 40. So what you think?
What they got to do with it? Today's game. It's a whole new game.
That's they gonna tie that in together. She's worn down. She could have rested her. Think of the tie-in. People were saying she shouldn't have been up on the court in the fourth quarter up 40.
I mean, it was 13-2 in that game.
We just watching, y'all.
Oh man.
We just watching, y'all. We just
I see it now.
Juju is down.
Oh yeah,
Juju is down.
Was it no contact? Them the worst.
Yeah, it was contact.
That's the ones you worried about.
She crying.
The no contact is the ones you really worry about.
You be thinking those be the ACLs and stuff like that.
No, there was
no.
She crying, man.
She crying. She hurting.
Damn,
She
they
is
carrying
hurt.
her off, man. And that was in the first
All right, I'm
quarter,
sending
man.
it to you, Keisha, right now.
Send me the link.
I'm sending it to you, B.
Man, look, great show, guys. I'm gonna let Keisha and Bro Claude
Players
about to call the
Club.
game.
Players Club.
about to be on, man. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. But we're gonna get up out of here. We're gonna let the Players Club take over from here. Y'all make sure y'all go over to the Players Club and watch them call the game. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Deuces.
All right, we out.
This is crazy.
I know, man.